Good morning and welcome to our story of the week. This story is called Roadwork. The author is Sally Sutton and the illustrations were done by Brian Lovelock. Now, let's talk about this week and this story a little bit before we read it. This week we are learning all about how we can help our communities. We're learning about the things that different people do to help our community, which is the place where we live, to improve, which means the different jobs that people do to keep the community clean, to make sure people have the things they need to be healthy and active, and to keep the places that we like to go in our community safe and nice. Now, this story, Roadwork, is going to show um, the steps of how people can build and maintain roads in our communities. Now, when we look at this story, we can see that the story has illustrations. But this story is actually nonfiction. This is going to be about something real. This is the real way that roads are built and worked upon in different communities. So this is a non-fiction story. Let's check it out. I think you'll like this story because you might learn some things that you did not know before about construction and road work. So let's get into it. Here's our first page. It says, plan the road, mark it on the map. Hammer in the marking pegs, ping, bang, tap. So we can see them starting the process of building a road. Is there a road here right now? No, there is not. These people are going to use different machines to help build a road. Now, think about all the roads that you've been on. Those roads did not just magically appear. People had to build them. Every single road you go on was built. Here's our next page. Move the earth, dig and cut and push. Clear a pathway for the road, screech, boom, whoosh. So check out the illustration. One of the cool things about nonfiction stories is they can explain how something is made. We can see that the big trucks are clearing a pathway for the road to be built on very soon. This must be one of the steps of building a road, and we'll keep reading to find out what all the other steps are. So once again, our nonfiction stories can tell us how something is made, and we're learning how roads are made, and this looks like one of the first steps where they're clearing the pathway. Let's find out what's next. Load the dirt, scoop and swing and drop. Slam it down into the truck, bump, wump, wop. So this is our next step. It looks like they're starting to dig up some of the dirt from the pathway they cleared for the road. Let's keep going. All right, check out the illustration first. And here we go. Tip the stones, lift and slide and dump. Lay the groundwork for the road, crash, roar, thump. So as I read this page, I wondered to myself how the workers are going to start building this road. I wonder what they're going to do after they lay down the groundwork for this road. The groundwork is the part that's going to go underneath the pavement. Let's keep reading to find out how that happens. pack the ground, roll one way, then back. Make the roadbed good and hard, clang, crunch, crack. So these different machines look like they're rolling um, the groundwork. So far we have seen the men plan the road, clear a pathway, load the dirt, dump the stones, and pack them into the ground. This road is really starting to come together. I wonder what they will do next, and we can keep reading to find out. So, yeah, if we look here, look at what the road looks like now. And if we flip back, there wasn't even a road here. They're just setting the pathway. So they've come a long way. And I like how when we turn the pages, we can see the road being built. Let's see what's next. Seal the road, make it hot and squishy, spread the sticky tar and stones, sploshy, splashy, splishy. So now they're starting to pour the hot, sticky stuff called the tar. Roll the tar, make it firm and flat, squash it down and press it out, squelch, spluck, splat. I wonder how the workers make the tar firm and flat. I can find the answer by looking at these awesome illustrations. I can see this large machine with rollers on its tires or on its wheels. It's pushing down the tar and making it super flat and super firm. So this is a good example of how we can use machines and tools to help us do different jobs quickly and more effectively. Stop the work, time to break for lunch. Sandwiches and drinks and fruit, gulp, slurp, crunch. So just like we do at school, our construction workers need a break too. They're enjoying their lunch break together, having some sandwiches, some drinks, and some fruit. Let's see what happens after their lunch break. Mark the road, give the paint a squirt, paint the lines in nice and straight, whiz, splop, splurt. So it looks like first they mark the road, and then they squirt the paint, and at last they use a brush to paint the line straight. So there's a few different steps to that process too. Raise the signs, drag and hoist and ram, force them down into their holes, thwack, whop, wham. So yeah, they're not just building the pavement on the road, they're also putting up signs to help people use the road the right way. This sign shows that there might be a bike crossing or a bike lane, and that drivers should keep an eye out for people on bikes to stay safe. This sign shows that if you go straight, you'll make it to an airport, and if you turn right, there's a restaurant. So not only are they doing just the road, they're doing all the things like the streetlights, the lines that they painted, and the signs to help people use the road safely. Light the road, no one wants a crash. Test the lights and watch them shine. Flick, flack, flash. Yeah, so just like we said, these workers are doing a great job keeping the roads safe. Not only did they put the lights in, but they are testing them at nighttime to make sure they work before anyone drives on the road. This is a great way to make sure that the road will be super safe for people traveling on it. Plant the trees, dig and stamp and lug. Water them to help them grow. Drip, drop glug. Wow, look at these workers. They are making the sides of the road look nice by planting different plants. They're watering the plants, they're making sure they're dug deep into the soil so their roots can grow. Um, and this is another part that we might not even realize goes into building a road. You want the sides of the road to look nice, so it's a pleasant drive for people. Tidy up, lift and load and sweep. Drive away those big machines, swish, chug, beep. So now they're cleaning up. Their work is done. The road is almost ready, and it's time for them to get all those large machines and tools out of the way so people can start using the road. Shout, hooray, the work is done. Ready now, let's zoom. Drive along your brand new road. Toot, honk, vroom. So look at how much this area has changed since the beginning of the story. Now we have a nice looking road that's safe for people to drive on. And it has come such a long way since the beginning of the story when it was just land. Now, to end our story, it shows us some different facts about different machines. This is an excavator. It says an excavator uses a large scoop to dig in the ground. The cabin where the driver sits can swing around to face any direction. This is called a bulldozer. A bulldozer has a blade at the front for clearing and leveling the ground. This is a front end loader. A front end loader has a scoop at the front. It lifts and it moves things. Here's a dump truck. A dump truck has a big tray at the back, which can tilt up to dump out dirt and rocks. Over here we have a steamroller. A steamroller flattens the road to make it smooth and hard. Its roller is called a drum. Here's a grader. A grader uses its blade to make the ground flat so that the asphalt on top will be even and smooth. And this is a truck-mounted crane. A crane uses its hook to lift equipment. It has wire cables that wind up and down. So, at the end of our nonfiction story, it's kind of cool that they have this page for us so we can learn about all the different machines that we saw in the story. We might not know what these machines do, and this page helps us learn about each machine's special job. Thank you so much for joining me for this story, KB. I loved reading it to you. I can't wait to check it out at school, and I'm glad that you were such a good listener.